Graduation, the tassel, the robe, and that certificate or degree, the crowning achievement after spending lots of time, energy, and money to finish college. Our students dream of hearing their name called, walking across the stage, and finally getting that diploma. A proud moment for them and their families, and likewise an accomplishment for the college faculty, staff, and administrators that helped them get there. An accomplishment so important that we put it in a frame and hang it on the wall next to pictures of loved ones and other cherished memories that define our lives and who we are. For decades, higher education has been regarded as an on-ramp to professional career paths, social mobility, higher wages, important social networks, and pathways to prosperity. And our system has codified learning in predetermined bundles, primarily certificates and degrees. We have become comfortable waiting until a student completes their entire program before conferring upon them a symbol of completion. The grade on a transcript or a degree framed on the wall. These have become our primary units of measuring successful learning. But you see, grades, transcripts, and degrees do not inherently communicate what skills a student attained along the path to completion, nor how the attainment of those skills were measured. As such, the diploma, the transcript, or even grades no longer have indisputable value in our economy. Part of the proof lies in the long-term college enrollment decline, as a growing number of Americans are questioning the value of going to college. In fact, there are 4 million fewer students in college now than there were 10 years ago. And a majority of students who begin a path in higher education don't complete a certificate or degree. What do these students have to show for the learning that occurred but never was memorialized in the form of a diploma? What does it mean for the public taxpayer investment supporting that learning, but the outcomes of which cannot be seen because a credential was not attained? Pick your favorite media outlet, think tank, or public opinion survey. They all tell the same story. And it's not a devaluing of education or learning in general, but rather employers and society are craving a refocus on verified skill attainment. And the skills of today are not the skills of yesterday. According to a recent report, 82% of employees and 62% of HR directors say that workers will need to reskill or upskill at least once a year to maintain a competitive advantage in the global job market. And additional proof for this shift is found in the proliferation of employer-driven skills frameworks, which emphasize essential and professional skills, often referred to as 21st century skills. The world is changing. Yes, education counts, but skills count more. And specific academic and employability skills are the workplace currency in tomorrow's economy. It's time to widen the path by recognizing all learning that promotes economic mobility. A more inclusive view of higher education begins by thinking about it as far more than a discrete one-and-done experience at the certificate and degree level. Let us begin by acknowledging that whole hosts of valuable experiences are not on a transcript, such as communication skills, student leadership activities, problem solving, part-time work, and more. Each building block of learning has value and should be captured. So as educators, our challenge becomes how do we go deeper and make these skills visible within our curriculum and accessible to both learners and employers? Be it a specific assignment, a lesson plan, or career-connected experience, what if we could capture learning in real time? And what if we could help a learner identify and clearly communicate to others in a digital world the specific skills they are learning during every step of their educational pathway? Well, we can. There are a few progressive institutions lighting the path ahead. For example, Chaffey College faculty members can easily select preloaded learning outcomes in their grading rubric, capturing skill attainment at the individual assignment level. Then their Career Center automatically awards students a blockchain encrypted digital credential that employers and students can open to access information about how skills were attained. The digital credential is owned by the student, not by the institution, and they keep it even if they drop or fail the course. Chaffey College braided together multiple platforms and multiple people to identify skills at the assignment level and to award students credentials at scale, institution-wide. And frankly, faculty were already doing this. The refinement of assessing skills at the assignment level finally extracts and highlights what was otherwise hidden throughout the curriculum. Most significantly, the credentials are digitally linked to live job postings, enabling students to now see how their experiences, even in a general education course, are relevant and directly connected to the labor market. Outside the classroom, students at Chaffey College earn progress through their digital skill backpack through co-curricular activities as well, whether through a tutoring experience, mock interviews, or even work-based learning experiences, like internships with micro-credentials verified by employers. Their process is rooted in research, faculty-driven, and scalable. So what are the benefits of assessing verified skills at a modular level? First, these approaches help identify the unique skills our learners gain. We can now see how two students in the same courses with the same transcript and the same degree actually earn different credentials and acquire different skills due to taking different faculty with different assignments and participating in different co-curricular and work-based learning opportunities. Also, this purposeful focus on skills will help residents claim value in what they learn regardless of its source, aiding taxpayers to see the value of what institutions are teaching every day. Learners no longer have to wait for commencement before seeing the value from each building block of learning. This empowers students to understand the human and technical skills they are gaining both inside and outside the classroom and how to communicate those effectively to potential employers. And one of the best parts is that this skill-level approach also allows institutions to re-engage with alumni long after graduation and remain anchored to them throughout their career. Learners can now work with institutions to maintain a digital wallet that documents their skills for a lifetime. This, in effect, shifts the model of formal education from a finite process to an ongoing relationship. The long-standing model of using a certificate or degree alone to certify knowledge and experience gained has become outdated. The working world demands cross-cutting skills across a variety of disciplines, but our systems of assigning value within a traditional education structure isn't often set up that way. Education is often organized by courses focused on graduation, instead of organized around learners focused on customized skill development to meet their specific career goals. We look forward towards a higher education landscape where the transcripts and diplomas of the future are a dynamic part of all learners' digital world and make visible to employers and students alike the incremental skills attained through all forms of learning.